Welcome back. In this episode, we're going to be learning about programs for infants and toddlers.
As an infant-toddler caregiver, your nurturing and support play an important role during this most crucial time of development.
Providing a safe, stimulating, and nurturing environment promotes optimal development. As a caregiver, it is your responsibility to foster social connections and emotional development. Offering developmental appropriate activities can form and strengthen the connections in the brain, which increase lifelong learning power. As you watch a child learn and develop, you will feel satisfaction knowing your efforts have made a difference. So join me, Miss Trop, as we learn all about programs for infants and toddlers. Your behavior as an infant-toddler caregiver will influence a child's lifelong learning potential. Infants develop in an environment of responsive relationships and positive experiences. Nurturing stable and positive relationships with caring caregivers are essential to healthy development in young children, including early brain development. Relationships will impact the areas of behavioral, cognitive, social, and emotional development. Infants and toddlers will react based on how you treat them. Growth-producing relationships are dependent on positive, engaging, and sensitive social interactions. Your modeling will teach them how to think, feel, and act. When meeting the needs of infants and toddlers, routines are more important than they are with preschoolers. Daily routines should be predictable to give children a sense of security and help them know what to expect each day. Much infant and toddler care will revolve around routines such as feeding, brushing teeth, diapering and toileting, and nap time. Caregivers are likely to encounter challenges when caring for infants and toddlers, including crying as a means of communication, stranger anxiety, and separation anxiety. Crying is an early means of communication that demands attention. Infants may cry to express needs, cope with frustration, or get attention. They may also cry when they feel lonely, uncomfortable, neglected, or overstimulated. Regardless of the reason, you should never ignore crying. Always remember that crying has some meaning to the child. As a caregiver, you will have to learn the meaning of each child's cries. By listening to how babies cry, you will soon learn their needs. Usually, between 7 and 9 months of age, infants begin to show a fear of strangers, which is called stranger anxiety. In addition to strangers, you will notice that some children react strongly to sudden movements, noises, or strange objects. To help support children, let them explore at their own pace. Allow them to stay near you until their upset feelings have subsided. Between 9 and 18 months of age, many children will start experiencing separation anxiety. This is a feeling of fear and distress at being separated from a parent. It can include crying, protesting, clinging, withdrawing, or begging with a parent. Separation anxiety is a sign that children are learning and developing close relationships with their parents. It can take several weeks or months for this fear to fade. Throughout this time, continue to show your support and understanding. Your support will help children learn to depend on you and feel secure in a child care environment. When caring for infants and toddlers, caregivers should provide appropriate equipment and toys and plan developmentally appropriate curriculum with these materials. Toys serve as sensory stimuli for young children. Even during the first few weeks of life, an infant can touch, see, and hear. Exercising these abilities fosters physical and cognitive development. Gradually, young children learn concepts and cause and effect and learn to make things happen. When planning toys for toddlers, take care to balance novel and familiar toys and materials. Be sure to provide sufficient quantity and a variety of open-ended toys that encourage exploration. However, guard the children against overstimulation. Too many choices can overwhelm toddlers.
Alabama's Minimum Standards for Daycare and Nighttime Centers Policies and Procedures Manual has listed the minimum required toys, materials, and equipment for each age level.
A balanced curriculum for infants and toddlers is based on the needs of the children in the center and growth and development principles. Curriculum is a totality of the experience. Curriculum plan for infants and toddlers, including planned and unplanned experiences, differs from curriculum for older preschool children. A curriculum for infants consists of simple, basic activities and includes physical activities such as being fed, cuddled, held, bathed, rocked, and taken on walks. It also involves social play and positive interaction between children and caregivers. Curriculum of infants should include materials, activities, and time for exploring and building motor skills. Curriculum for toddlers requires more planning. Much of toddlers' days will involve activities that promote physical, emotional, cognitive, and social growth. Most of these activities take place in various areas within the center. Some of these activities include art activities, sensory activities, fine motor activities, gross motor activities, music activities, language activities, and literacy activities. Now let's review what we learned. Infants and toddlers are at a special stage in their lives. They are learning about their world, and yet they learn and grow quickly. The care they receive at this stage is very important for brain development. Caring for infants and toddlers requires skills in areas unique to the age group. Emphasis is shifted towards care of daily routines. The environment should balance safety and health concerns with developmental needs. Caregivers are likely to encounter challenges when caring for infants and toddlers, including crying as a means of communication, stranger anxiety, and separation anxiety. To meet the special needs of infants and toddlers, appropriate toys and equipment are needed. Though the curriculum for infants consists of simple, basic activities, the curriculum for toddlers requires more planning. Activity areas should be designed to meet toddlers' needs. That wraps us up for this episode. You can learn more about this topic by reviewing the resources posted in your course. As always, if you have any questions, please contact me or your instructor. Thanks for joining me, Ms. Trott, as we learned all about programs for infants and toddlers. See you next time.